I'm Mama Jealous to the DJ base, and this program will talk about different issues, human interest issues, physically or special needs people, different issues. So, and again, we just want to make something clear. One of the purposes of this program is not about argument, like how people think sometimes it's about, okay, hot seat for hot. Yes, it will be hot with the questions, but not with arguments. One, make people pick the sense out of the nonsense, okay? So now for bring out the issues and also like arguments, sometimes if it's political, trust me, you will see the heated debate, you will see the argument. But again, low able learn from the programs here, bring out the issues, and you pick the sense out of the nonsense. So today one can talk about one very important issue. We're going to do it's me and you too, and I'm afraid if you're not a part of this, then it's a big problem. We're going to do it's civic. Civic, maybe people go look at in different terms. I mean, civic rights, civic education, but whatever. So we get somebody right away where they can discuss about that and other issues, them, other human interest issues. So with that, again, hello and welcome to AYV Hot Seats. As I say, this program they come to you 8 o'clock now instead of 10 o'clock. So good evening to viewers and listeners out there. We better go say hi to viewers and say a to people who are listening and watching.
Good evening, and thanks for having me today.
You're welcome. People don't know that talk.
And I'm named Khalil Ibrahim Tutangi. I'm the chairman for the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy.
All right. But Khalil, you can take me back. What are the understanding about NASID, how it came about?
Well, it came about in 2018 after the President Bill Bidon become president.
Okay.
Bidon write a manifesto say where he become president, he go one for MEC, we go develop learning material, we develop curriculum, so that we will reintroduce civics as a subject of teaching and learning in schools them.
Okay. And
when you win now, you go to Parliament, the first agency do to Parliament, now it say if we want for MEC to actually develop as a nation, it say it will be important for MEC to teach people there about rights and responsibilities so that they go understand and be a part of the governance process.
Okay.
So it will appoint me for develop this system for him. Fortunately, between now, that same day, and now we don't do the best. We don't do what we actually for do initially. We don't develop a set of 7 textbooks them. We for teach civics in schools them.
Okay.
From class 1 to JSS3 at the basic education level.
All right.
We don't train teachers there. We don't make the curriculum. I'm glad for report say civics now now subjects 2 periods per week. Now all of the government schools and government assisted schools there,
okay,
then they do civics 2 periods per week, where then they examine the beginning and themselves at the end, like how this taught and the council they go for city exam and civics and all of that. It be part of the routine they go for do.
All right.
Also, we don't do what we call an out of school civic curriculum because not all man in a school. And we believe say civic education just mean like they say citizenship education.
Okay.
All man for know what's in a citizenship rights, what's in a citizenship responsibility. So we teach civics not only in school but also out of school programs.
Okay. So when are they understanding about civics that one day?
Well, civics we go say na a process where citizens then go learn for be good citizens then,
okay,
and then say go contribute to the development of the country.
All right.
They want for get knowledge and understanding about what they happen, not only in their own community but in all their country, but globally, so that then go build skills them out of that knowledge we then get,
okay,
and so that we come to a place we can call civic disposition, where they're going to be good citizens there and be part of the development process.
All right. So how will they coordinate with like the Minister of Youth, because you have to do with young people, or other whether agencies or ministries?
Well, we're not just, I would say, we're not a support organization. We're not a support agency. For instance, we're the Ministry of Planning Economic Development. We're not on that they've been there actually. We're them to do the medium-term national development plan. We go with them to the consultation. We help them for me them go make what we call them engage the citizens there, so that their own point of view go be included in that day. We, for instance, we've been get the COVID thing. We will work closely with the Ministry of Health for make we go do public education. We'll do videos there, we'll do animation, we'll send out people there with bullhorn and communities there, so that they go tell the message where Ministry of Health been get for the people there, so that they go prevent this. So we work with almost everybody, especially you talk about the Ministry of Youth. We do in close ties with the Ministry of Youth and the National Youth Commission, because for the last 3 years, we don't implement one project what we call Youth at Risk. Then we brother and sister, the way dip and drug, for instance, we do clean, do not get nothing for do. We get the risk for men that go involved in risky behavior, whether not drugs, whether not sex, and all of that. So, because most of them are young people, then we work with the Ministry of Youth so that we get public engagement education with them people, then so that they will make become good citizens.
About drugs, we know say this kush on the, although we get tramadol, marijuana, and all that kind of stuff, but this kush, how far, I mean, una don't they try for create awareness to young people about it?
Well, very much, because we are one of the very first institutions then we raise concern about this, because we last year towards the election we becoming the first for me young man and not go get involved in violence. So one of the things that we found out now, even some of them small villages that we're going to go with this youth at risk program, is that the traditional drug where people they use the marijuana, they're not going to use it again. Now that cushion for them in there, and because of that, they know they do nothing. Young man, they even take the basic shower. You see, then they take paper, they put up on their food. So it was very pathetic. With that experience, we write a proposal, a concept, we guide we for Moko go na the neighborhoods, the outside and they for Moko go talk to them. This is not the first time we don't involve in this kind of thing, because remember I say something in Kawe they call pampas water. We really they kill young people there. So what we did is we go outside the young people and we'll get what they call engagement with them, and we'll get professionals where they tell them how they damage them, and how the parents then, the wives then, the picking then, how then they feel when something like that happens. So we don't play with own part, but again, not a one man they play. We now the government get involved in them. They see a National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, then they put in charge. I agree, the law enforcement part day, but the education part, the counseling part, in back day. You understand? So and we don't say when we get the communities involved, we not then know whether they sell na the place. We not then they see how young people their lives then get wasted, and the families then know which pain they give them. When the communities then get involved, we also say there is a level of effort for if we not eradicate ourselves completely, for Mokugo minimize its use and the damage will cause to the young people. Not only the young people themselves, but for the country as a whole. This is something we're very committed to.
All right. So, we have been taking all part of the country.
We don't depend on everywhere in the country.
All right.
We don't depend on. Specifically, we start now some communities there because we don't get resources for them everywhere. But we find partnership with other civil society groups there, where they self very concerned about this, and also other community groups there, where they go out there and get a message. The clear message is, kush is not good for human consumption, and there are repercussions if you continue for kush. And we should show examples of young people there, promising people there, we don't lost their lives, and the pain and agony where they left them family, including them picking them. And we hope say young people then go learn from that and then they will desist. All
right. So you mentioned earlier on about, 7 textbook. How what's in the inside them textbooks? What are the the subjects them, or what's in the inside them books?
Basically, now citizenship education. We want young people, especially of school going age, may then get an awareness of who they are as Sierra Leoneans. Them. What are the rights and responsibilities? What are their own role for make the society go advance? And how who should then go play for be part of the development process? So, for instance, we want to talk about the citizen, but we're not going to go tell class 1 picking say citizen. So we want to get an awareness of things. So we begin for say myself, my home, my school, my community, say it go up to that level, they say it come to this. By the time that you don't go now, GSS1, you don't now begin to talk about citizen, you don't begin to talk about country, you now want to talk about. So we go 5 key areas then. We go what we would call life skills development, for instance. Possible for no say, they say there's peer group, they say the peers and they take what we would call peer resistant.
Okay.
You understand, eh? Yes, this man is in party, but it's not going to hold me years for coming up and something way I don't want to do. And how you go able to do what they call peer resistance. You understand? Self-assertiveness. The basic thing, how you go treat your company, how you go be tolerant of one another in school. You know, one of the things that really happen, now bullying. Bullying they happen in school in such a bad way, they make some picking and not the even, we don't clean, they're afraid for going to school.
Okay.
And we want young people to know how that the young behavior towards their colleague there, the damage and colleague them going forward. So we want to think about that. Then we'll talk about things there around the environment. We'll talk about things there around peaceful coexistence. We'll talk about things there, the global citizenship. You know, say in a Sierra Leone man, but Sierra Leone inside Mano River Union, it is inside ECOWAS, it is inside Africa, it is inside the world.
Yeah.
If something happen, na Liberia for instance, what will be the repercussion? How it will affect Sierra Leone?
Yeah.
So therefore, you as a Sierra Leonean, you know, say if climate issues, then if the forest, they go la forest, all go away. You know how it affects you. You know, all of them things, and Nain will try for put inside that book in chunks based on the development pattern of the children.
All right. Tutang, you don't think say Dan de Boku with all the subject then we're picking and gets?
No, in fact, say that are the most needed subject we will forget in the schools then. That awareness of citizenship and what you for do for make your community go before. And you know, first time we would say we call it self-help. We would in a school we together, we say we're going to our village there, we clean the roads and all of that. That's not voluntarism.
Yeah.
That's not the role of a citizen. But we still say that they now in short supply in our communities there. Even the work them way young money for help for tidy up the young community, even the children work on. Nobody know they interfere and they pass, you give them money.
So outside that missing link there, because let's make ask you so like you mentioned, first thing, that voluntarism they've been there, like we've been joining boys society, going there around about there and clean, at the end we go get to ball go, cook, scassa. Just I mean school self back, teacher them get so much concern. Before we kind of school say and go look, hey, you don't see no us, you know come here. These are all civic things. You then learn well for score moments, learn well for cost, the whole like I mentioned earlier on. We eat done a plate for clean them. We use the toilet for wasian. If you make sure say you cover the toilet, all then say. I mean, outside that missing they will make for bring this back.
Well, you know, me being benefit from civic education we have been in a school, but over time they may remove them, then take them all and put them inside what they call social studies. Where geography they this that. You know that approach they, you know the pinpoint on then specific elements then the skills that were required for when somebody go grow up a good citizen. So that's why we think say it be important for Mokugo really make it stand alone as a subject. And we're not the only teacher for me the beginning pass exam. We got what we call brainstorming sessions. They say somebody sees something so in community, where in the border, where that brainstorming session they come inside the lesson, you go bring them up, then they all go talk about how then they feel them kind of challenge in their communities, and then go profile now which solution they feel say it go best take care of the situation. In that way, you allow the beginner for think outside of the box, not to teach us central learning that day. You understand? The beginning itself for take over the learning process at some point. Whether they go bring their own idea, whether they go make their recommendations, and how them feel say things go work out. So that's very key in this process whole day pass.
All right. So the books I want to mention are free when again to people.
Yeah, we give them to schools them, and at the schools then and then they administer them. You know, so they can give the beginning for can but for bring and come back because we expect say. Many more people go benefit from them over time. Yeah, you didn't have the schools there.
So I mean, you also mentioned about the quantity. You know, make for government or government-assisted schools, but you also get private schools.
Yeah.
So how do they manage that?
Well, that's a challenge really over time because by the time they do that census for that book day, they not be included. By the way, we just do the books them, and now the Ministry of Basic Education and do the procurement of them books and this. So and then we already they do core textbooks them for schools them. So I don't know, for some reason they just take that number. We them they take for them core textbook the way for their schools then they will not government assisted schools then. Now in them be order. By the time the books in the canal, we don't get representation from the private school community. Then say one of them books in it because they feel say civics. They also know say civics is very important for them picking. So we in negotiation with the printer for making go consider doing some print for then other schools then. But there are challenges of what you agree which could be the price of
who
that.
will pay for it?
Who will pay for it, for instance? But we already know say them private schools, most of them private schools, and they who picking it go. We they buy the books them and then place it there. So government no get too much interest in buying those books then for them private schools because their processes are commercial.
All right.
So we hope say we will get to a point where we agree a price. We not go break the parents' pockets so them picking themselves will benefit from the books.
Okay. Now let's talk about a national dialogue forum on been there recently. What's he been there about?
Well, you know, inside the 2023 before the election, we own institution together with National Commission for Democracy, PPRC, will all be sign a memorandum of understanding with international idea where EU be don't give them some money inside one project we call Strengthening Democracy Process project. We be the deal with objective 2. We now for drive the young people there, make them understand the electoral process so that they can participate in a non-violent manner. And we walk through that, we make surveys, we make animations, we make what we call edutainment, we bring artists there with young people there so that we use the presence of the artists there, forget about young people there, and use that same moment there for pass messages there.
Okay.
So we're very successful in that. But after that now, we've been supposed to get a conference for Marco to look back on how the whole process go.
Okay.
But events that overtake we will not be able to do them. Then come this thing about not participating in governance or participating in governance, till then go this unity dialogue, till then go this tripartite. So we can realize say this tripartite thing just the two main political parties now they go behind closed doors for look at how they want for review the electoral systems and processes. And we believe say you know that's not tenable. The people that already know they know say the only reason people then they form political parties and for men they go win election. So therefore, you know, they no more they discuss about how for reform with electoral laws. You know, people go wonder if not in their interest a day.
Of course.
So what we did was to bring together over 150 people. They would represent 100 institutions, government, governmental, CSO, and others. For me, go hear from them. The question posed to them: what make we electoral system is so gets some company. What are the reasons they wanna fix it and how wanna fix it for moving forward so that we will get a system. No system don't foolproof. Even America, Trump can say they rig election. Somebody say they want to do ballot stuff. But we want to have a level of sanity. We not go unbugging with development one because even this thing every day because of this same election business. Somebody will say we don't come out tomorrow. There has been a coup where we don't. Let's say the people that were depend the coup, then the people that were there against the ruling government, and all of them things in there. It's not good for the progress of this country. And we believe say. The more we get people then around the table, make them bring their own ideas and how go better with situation as a nation, I said the better for us. So we been a frank discussion. Yeah, some people then they say that the prayer. I say no, that's not why we are here. We're not civic educators. What we're here to engender the discussion. We want for Hibam, we want to pick her up and bring and come from your angles. And I'm very happy that they did a lot of that. Nobody not afraid. We've been getting a panel. First, for when this election done, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, we never hear from him. People they say, hey, Kone this, Kone that. So we took an opportunity. Okay, Kone, you can be a keynote speaker. Tell me how the process been go. What's in some of the challenges, how we were able to channel forward. After a non-talk, we bring activists then. We bring Marcella, we bring Rashid, we bring Lavali, we bring Abdul, we bring Dr. Silva. May they all come, may they advise we how they feel say we go able to move this year forward, so that at such a time, if we continue this dialogue, this citizenship dialogue, we're not going to need sell with money for content. We say we're not putting ourselves together.
Okay.
That's where we want to drive us. So what we did was to get them to talk and to advise on what they think should be done. Because when the Tripartite put their own report, people say, you know, we'll get one issue. Yes, then go around for talk to important people there, and talk to chiefs there, and talk to these people there.
Yeah.
But for a limited time, and small groups there, then talk to. So what we want to do is the ordinary man out there, the person from Sludi, the person from one village, like a cave, the mechanics will bring come. You understand? The district why they will bring a district youth conscious people there. So that what you want to from a company, why make confusion can you? So they put it all together and we have it now in a communique where we share with the press and we will share with the chief minister, because now have been the chief negotiator and all of this, and we will share with the political parties there, and above all we will share with parliament. Because whatever recommendation come out from that tripartite thing, and like the president or in government decides it, then they accept all. It not going to become law. They will go for crime, go to law officers department, and take up and crime go to parliament, and they make law in this country. And we not allow parliament make law based only on the recommendations of political parties who have a vested interest to win power.
How did they go up, Mr. Sutangi? Because from the first, people like we and maybe don't say, it just felt like APC and SLPPY it has to do with the whole of Sierra Leone. The electoral laws the way they look into, give it to other political parties, we're not to party to the agreements, civil society, and how Nyango be factored into within the Nongo Guinea to chief minister for Kego to president.
We see that is the beauty of this whole thing we call democracy. With this understanding, you understand, what's in it stop me and you? If they go take that no more, they make a law. What in they stop me and you or other political parties when that tripartite recommendation what they take, they go make a law. What in they stop you from going to court and challenge? And if we challenge them, and we show.
What would take that lead day?
Political parties can do it. Individuals can do it. Me and you can do it. You understand? Like an institution, so like a corporate body that can be sued, we can be sued. If we think, say, or the people shall know what they work for, then think, say, this not go in the best interest of this country, people can go out there and challenge in the court.
We, I believe, say, go a good mistake, go difficult for you win a country where you get the judicial system.
Well, you never know until you try it.
Okay.
Because whether we win or not, we go down there on record. We go down there on record, say, we challenge what we thought was not in the best interest.
So why would they don't come in the first place when all this will happen and say yes, we need to be part of it, and almost the time we they don't make the recommendation and send them to chief minister for go to president?
To the government, them been put with it.
Okay.
Not to be tripartite.
All right.
There was another body where
there's a vice president for head and
no, not to that vice president. Even this thing where they can call now this tripartite.
Yeah.
It was a committee to review electoral systems and processes. The two political parties have been there, NACSID been there, we've been in that category.
Okay.
And then international people, But one of the parties, the main opposition, then refused, they say we know for the day. Because we're a government institution.
Okay.
You know, although it not be make much sense to me, because you can be a government institution. That's why we have an agency.
Okay.
Because there's a mandate to get. It not be say because the government says this, or otherwise Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. Now them it is drive this process. Otherwise you go say, oh then a government institution and not for come.
Yeah.
People for land for trust them compatriots them. If they give somebody job for do get a mandate, see how that mandate go execute that mandate day. If you get your own doubts, that's on you.
Okay.
Until it proves itself otherwise, you know go just say, oh, enough for come because we think say go do that. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the same thing that happened with the whole process after the whole election. The laws of this country say, if you aggrieved, go to court. And they say, we know to go to court because we don't believe the court. But one thing I can always say to the people of Sierra Leone, all my way in that court, no for in another day. That's how man them.
Yeah.
All my way in a political party, no foreigner, no leader, Salomon. Because if you're not foreigner, you're not going to become political party.
So why we bring foreigner then for can solve real problem?
Well, that is the issue. That is the issue. By doing that,
you don't think so? Don't lack trust among we say?
We lack a lot of trust amongst ourselves. But you know why? That because the interests of the politicians they don't really align with the interests of the people of the country.
Yeah.
You understand? Every politician, he wants to go to the extra length Why are they doing that? Because the resources where they are is more. Would I win no more election? Now they take all.
You're right.
So until we get a system of democracy where the people's voices are heard, where we the force of politicians to work together, until we do that, they will always continue for play against one another.
Yeah.
And when they play against, look, this one game, the way people they say they can't demonstrate.
The 19th.
Yeah.
After the tripartite, if you don't come out good.
Yeah, say they're gonna, you know, the country lost money.
Of course.
The country lost money.
Business not happen, banks not open.
Exactly.
Transaction no, transport no on.
So if the transaction be happening, now the government they take tax. Now they take buy medicine. Now they pay teachers. So if we not no more every day or the other, when I lock on our country down so that progress not going to happen, then what are they blaming
So,
if progress?
What's in it take? Because when I sit down, I mean, within myself, it seems as if you want to like the tripartite overtake all other activities in Sierra Leone. People talking about after the tripartite, we'll have a rerun. Yeah. After the tripartite, this will happen. If tripartite no happen, this no. It's just about tripartite.
Now the insincerity of we political class. Now the cause and everybody in this country will go school. We go to school small. So I'm not going to say the one who depend politics. They know it's a lie. Tripartite no go overturn election in this country. Tripartite no go run election in this country. They knew it was a lie from the beginning, but they kept telling it. For some reason,
and some people keep believing that.
Yeah, because the people with them, the level of education,
Yeah.
And that is the thing I blame. Most of them government they don't pass over
the
time.
civic coincide, so
yeah.
The civic part coincide like for educate people and conscientize them that this is not it. This is how it is.
We have been doing it. We keep saying it. We have said it severally. We don't argue with some of them same politicians and say this is not going to happen. But for some reason, their people are beholden to them. You know, something the way we call inside social science, we call them comparison bias theory.
Okay.
You the PC now, you the watch you say, I better pass DJ base. Then people that order me village, then they be me. I get money pass up. But me don't forget say DJ base in your strength, where I not get. So the bias where they compare myself to GJBS, the things that will make me better than GJBS, in my own view, now you have to pay attention.
Right.
That's what they are doing to our people. They know, say, then people are, they're not able to decipher some of them, say what they talk about. What happened was a tripartite. There's a new word in the dictionary of Sierra Leone. We don't want to hear about tripartite, but they now bring and come, everybody, I need to talk about tripartite, tripartite.
All man
they talk about that. And then they call it the young way, but they don't understand what this is. You understand? They call on tripartite no more because there are three parties. Did it?
Yeah.
And the other lady way then at the UN is supposed to be the third co-chair.
Okay.
You understand? But we don't pay no attention to them. We make us see APC, SLPP, APC, SLPP. And it has been like that for the longest time. To what purpose?
Okay, so what I go ask you, maybe you get more knowledge about me. Say what you made and don't make the recommendations. But we have more political parties and more players we suppose because this should be a national thing.
Yeah.
Because if this tripartite makes some recommendation that so and so aim for happen by elections, then political parties that we get for take part elections coming forward, not give their input. How we good? I mean
that's why I'm saying it will look really messy. So it will be saying now we don't equate the country, the people of this country, we don't equate them all to APC, SLP.
Exactly.
And which is the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It should not be that way. It should not be that way.
We're not going to religious council day.
Yeah.
I mean, religious leaders.
That is why we create this dialogue session. So that other voices will be heard.
Yeah.
At least we know what other people then think about this. And that's why what they say to we want for Krango, and see that to the president in the Krango, they don't go give chief minister. Maybe say go give to chief minister.
Okay.
Say this dialogue will hold, and so people then say, so when a firm value, and we know the only left.
So you think so? Then we take on our input and put it into the
possibly, and then that we think so.
If that did not happen,
if it don't happen, that means say we will still come to the conclusion say that process was not inclusive.
Okay.
It was only for two political parties. It didn't include the voice of the rest of Sierra Leoneans.
You don't think say it will begin to bring? It will begin to bring doubts in people. You know.
Well, that's the reason
why
we do that.
Like you say, the fact is it's about APC and SLPP. I don't think some people, they look the national part of it, including other parties.
Including even with development partners.
Yeah.
Because I then push this whole thing of this tripartite, they make an APC, SLPP business, you know, and they forget that even in their own countries, that's not how it happens. You understand? When you do then here, so there is a well of consultations they want to do today, where the people then for involved.
Exactly.
But now they come now, they say, okay, more now excluding other people. Why they were telling us, okay, let us strengthen democracy, let us have inclusive democracy. You can only have inclusive democracy when people get public knowledge of what is being done on their behalf, and men say go get a voice into it. And that's what we are driving as a civic educator, and that's what many people don't understand. Not that we did against anybody in our government, we did against anybody in a party, but if we see something where they happen, we get the potential for create further chaos going forward, we go speak against them like we're doing now, and we go encourage the players then, men and see, hey, what should they do so? You go get a bad ramification as we go. For instance, when I take APC, SLPP recommendation, when I carry and go, when I not put other ideas, and when I go carry, when I go pass up, because APC, SLPP no more in the parliament, other people, they go to court.
Yeah.
You understand? And if they are not listened to, then that many people that can resort to nefarious ways then for get hard. We don't want that situation where people that will get to nefarious situations for get hard. That is why we want to give them voice, and we're going to take their own voice and say, now these other people then think. Okay. Not to APC, SLPP no more get all the knowledge. There are 7 million other Sierra where they say, well, get something said about this. Here is what the representatives think. And let us see how they put them. And we are taking it to our representatives, the parliamentarians. Men say, see, what other people then think about this whole thing. And we are going to lobby them, and we will canvass them. Men and sisters, when they make that law day, men and sisters, the people of Sierra Leone, also their own voice day inside their recommendation. All
right, Fambol here, and welcome again to AYB Radio 101.7 FM, AYB TV, channel 33, and on Facebook and all social media platforms out there. This is a program, The Hot Seat. Me and Mama Jalos to the DJ base. I don't need brother Ryder Khalil Tutange from Nasid. We'll talk about them work and the Tripartite also, where they get a national dialogue forum. Usai, according to them, if you say listen, Usai then say don't call different organizations and come together, then say everyone give their inputs. But the other part of it is the Tripartites, the three parties, well, the SLPP, APC, and the development partners, and they already make their recommendations. Now can go to the chief minister to president, maybe to parliament, and later. So what's now you take about that? Let me see you post on the page out there. But again, I'll come to Brother Tutange again. Now, like you mentioned, even can go to, the chief minister to president, maybe going back to parliament with the kind of election we don't get. IPC SLPP no more than at the parliament. Yeah. So, I mean, which other party we can say we want Tutange and other people that they come, then them two parties go say no, now waiting the tripartite, recommend we they go with.
Well, it's up to them. If they are representing their political parties only, then we will not know what kind of politicians that we have.
But you can go and visit they are representing their political parties, because even from the elections, their political parties put them there, because despite you go say whatever, like, and the political, some man they go tell you, say, this comes to the civic part of it also. Some man they way, not even being honorable. No. Some man they way being representative, because you say, now the party put them in, now just symbolic go vote for no more.
Yeah, and so that is the danger of all of this. You know, the district block system, we will adopt so. Now we will say the district and the country. The people that are inside the district, now they vote for you.
Exactly.
But you then put your party inside because that's so they want for them that time day and percentage. But people for realize say parties and symbols are not people. The citizens there of that district day, now they vote for you. So now their interest now you for represent. I hope so the people of Sierra Leone go understand this, that if their leaders don't represent them, that's the reason why we are talking about, for instance, threshold where they bring down that election day.
Exactly.
They make 11 points something way. They're very high enough.
It's difficult
for the
political parties.
So, and that is the point. That is not inclusive. We give some examples then of Usai, some side and the PRCs. For instance, in South Africa, a PR of the whole nation, the car have been doing 1996. You understand? And they not get threshold. So if you get 120 or 6, then get it. Would I go 1.2? they get seats. In Israel, they don't get threshold. They don't. South Africa don't even get all man they did it. Which percentage you get, then divide them by the number of people that we get, or by the number of seats you represent. What that does, it brings a lot of shades of opinion into parliament.
Exactly.
For instance, the Jews then they're in the majority, they don't get care about Arabs, but they are Arab members of the Knesset.
Exactly. Because
they have designed their political system in such a way that they will get inclusivity, they'll get more people that are represented and more voices heard.
Exactly.
But in a situation, for instance, there are 3.34 million people that in vote for that election. But the parliamentarians, the way they inside it, they only represent 2.7 million. So what about the 700,000 people there? Why are they not represented? You understand? Now then TSA can bring discontent. So if we really want, if we're serious about reforming our electoral systems and processes, we should ensure that the reforms that we make go make sure that more people get representation.
But you think this dance already recommend, although maybe sometimes don't know what is recommendation. You think and think about what you talk about so?
I don't know if it did it, but it unlikely say the political capacity then go do anything. We go go lessen the grip on power. We go bring other people. And that is the reason why the recommendations alone should not be tenable. You understand? That is the more reason why, because they're not to do anything where they against their own interests. Remember now, they don't do so for 6 months. They don't go and come. They don't go and come. Last minute, now one pan they say, no, me not mix it against them.
All of a sudden,
pass again, they see, say, oh, pass was the day we go see, then team up with American ambassador, then the next day, so what's that?
Exactly.
You are supposed to be our own political leaders. You are supposed to be taking decision on our behalf, and you don't take a decision, you are wishy-washy. You dey flip-flop, only for make a foreign leader, another foreign leader tell you, say, oh, that's what you for do. I mean, it brings people in for doubt, what is the sincerity, level of sincerity of our political leaders?
Like I say again, I mean, I don't know, but some of we they look say we for able to solve our own problem than bringing these people in. Whilst then can get a problem, but then they call we inside.
Yeah, but say he who pays the piper calls the tune. They can say.
Now I see.
Yeah, basically, about that, you know, some countries and they, however, you know, Nigeria, then jump, say, hey, that man no win. But Nigeria, to an extent, they need them. As much as Nigeria need them. You hear anybody go and talk anything at BBC or you go to parliament and say, hey, we can do a Tripartite or no, nobody will listen to them. The first thing you should do as citizens, now get hold of yourself.
What we know able to do?
Well, so far it's been challenging.
Okay, maybe this could be different a little bit from the discussion here, but it's connected a little bit. Now, I just want to get you to think about this Tripartite side, like the American government, they say it tied down a little bit until we set them here before we get this MCC money. Like you talk about who pays the piper, plays the tune. I mean, you don't think so maybe it's a string attached for what reason, I don't know, or we think will come out of this Tripartite thing?
Development assistance always gets strings attached. It's based on their foreign policy. You understand? It's based on their foreign policy. You will see, say, for instance, some of the problems the way where they pull Uganda. Uganda are a very close friend to US, but lately they pull
LGBT.
Yes, they pull Uganda Agua, whether the America the trade what is where they get. They pull up because they say they encourage LGBTQ.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And so, but that is their foreign policy. So therefore, America, if you want to give, you want me to give something, you have to be in bed with them, with their foreign policy. Is it always in the interest of of countries like us? I stand to wonder.
Okay. All right, family, again, this is a hot seat with me. We'll get Brother Kalilu. We'll go back to the civic part of it. Well, before we go back to the civic part of it, I don't know, maybe na young thought one on Dandy. Talking about still the Tripartite thing, who believes there may be now one issue down the way. It's not like Salon people and just wait after this recommendation come where people they say will come out, and after that, okay. In fact, the area where the person say people say, I think we'll get 10 days or 20 days for later look into this. After that, they wait and see. It's not like Salon people just wait for this recommendation or we think will come out of this Tripartite.
How then it benefits them, actually. They are just doing the paymasters, and then they control them. Salomon not for don't wait for tripartite. Tripartite not get no benefit to Salomon. Because in the first place, we saw being go so where we say, hey, we know they go to parliament, or we know they participate in this. Then they don't get it wrong. The law say if you dey aggrieved, go na court.
Exactly.
Then you say me no dey go na court because I don't believe the court. You don't preempt the whole thing. And so now they can't tell the people they say, oh, we not wait, we not sit down wait.
And now the same court been there before now.
Yeah, the same court been there. Me not see no new judge. They said the same people there, the same police. Where you been there in charge? Now you get them. So there's a story where me friend me they tell say, but one king, where one kingdom where they say they make you king for 10 years. But after that 10 years, then they go left in the desert.
Okay.
So most of them king so then they come make them go left in the desert and then they rot. One sense man and that 10 year, it take a transform that desert.
Okay.
So when they take an for go left in the desert, then go now. People visit they don't forget. Oh, what's that this desert day? They say I did this. I been no sin I go end, so I decide for make and go so that I go for leave day.
Okay.
So if our leaders are actually doing that, all this thing about I don't believe the court, I don't believe the police, because the law says these should be independent institutions.
Exactly.
But the same one, when they're in power, then they compromise the institutions.
I can say some of them leaders, they are the team where they do now, they come after them back.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it's clear. Yeah. It's clear. Now that they have, and they know before, some people they know before patient that as well. They know exactly what they had done. So when you see them come with the kind of they know, oh no, that they want to do. They take big steps, they begin hala. But if they had tried as much as possible to stick within the rule, need not go do for this. Because if you not do them, the other person will come, you go find it difficult for them. Because we would have developed a culture as a judge, you understand?
Right.
As a judge for speak truth to power, look inside the law day, you understand? But the system is such that it's skewed in the favor of these politicians so that they can do anything they want to do. It's unfortunate for our country so far.
Okay, maybe before we try to wrap up quickly, what do you think about the things that maybe then two political parties that because only about APC and SLP and the Tripartite thing. Maybe then if I don't go back to them people and say, okay, and brief them people in. This now waiting come out of recommendations or what you know not take. Maybe then if I be help them for even put another inputs like we una they do now from this National Dialogue Forum, we should send them for we don't get from their own constituents them and inputs and they so that it go tell like not only them but also the constituents themselves give an inputs to the issue.
Absolutely, that are the right way for them. But unfortunately, we don't see them do much of that. We see them go around, and then regional headquarters town, they say they don't do consultation. No, they're not a consultation at all. Okay. When I just go inform them about what they do, not a consultation. And now the whole thing is some of the issues that we don't hear the main opposition being caught with. They say they're not giving disaggregated data and all of that. You know.
But I know my dear, a rerun.
They connect pursue the disaggregated data. But now we don't do. We don't do now from 1996. We don't do now from 2002. We don't do now 2007. All the time. We know say when they don't count the votes then give a police agent they don't have form, then go anyone at all, they carry one go. And you know when a serious political party we want to follow the number we get, that you what you said if okay that our form to you. Yes. Yeah. So you go able for collect if you know the result before result come out.
Exactly.
You know, but they didn't do that. But there has never been a time where we don't say, oh, disaggregated result. People don't accept election result because of disaggregated result. Okay. So therefore, if they really feel so strongly about that, let them now recommend that next time when they do to say, when I forgive disaggregated result, whatever that means. You understand? So you cannot do this in retrospect. We are looking forward. If not so, one time, more do also. If we decide, say, well, all man for Tima being candidates, like how them they do first day, the law grieve and then they will do so. But we should not, for any reason, as Salinas, introduce things them we're not been daily, and only because we want to bring some and make the country go behind. That's not right.
Okay.
That's not leadership.
All right. Okay. Maybe try to wrap up quickly now. Going back to the civic part of your own work, how much you do engage other stakeholders? Like I talk about people on the streets, the police, SLRSA, I mean, because like I say, you just see a zebra go there under, somebody go cross now, yeah? See the zebra. In fact, a lot of times I don't the driver see school picking, I can say they're not landing at school about zebra. So to me, this is part of the civic. I mean, what's in when I shall say this strategy when I use about printing them books here. People still getting knowledge of what's in the inside and textbook here for implementing.
Printing those books are for just the basic education level. And we also say we call them pedagogical system, the way we want men teacher to teach the book, so that picking them go learn knowledge. We not for only sit exam. So we don't do our own part. And we don't train teachers, and we're not done the training yet of the teachers, and we need more resources for train more teachers, because the teachers that will take, now civic and now social studies teacher that will take, we'll train now for teach civics. However, be that and social studies bias, then go still bring and come. But we need to do refresher courses so that then go able for say, okay, now so then people want to go with this civic education here. Then people say this learning for the child-centered learning, the picking for the part of this learning process. So we still get challenges in that. But in addition to that, we get a partnership, a lot of institutions them. You understand? But unfortunately, some institutions they want for work in silo, they want for work by themselves. So the people say, oh yeah, we go take 1 hour na TV or radio. That's anyway, we don't take that 1 hour. That person they pay attention to you. He's doing something else.
Exactly.
But if you take a real civic engagement session, you go to them people that they like Zena market
on the streets.
On the streets.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. And get them whichever way. Find creative means, whether not drama, whether not song, whether not dance. You take them for go to them and try to explain exactly all of that, you know, and get them for however be one of that message they go dinner in mind.
Even maybe using the social media now, so well man, focus on, you know,
so
TikTok
all of
and that kind of stuff.
Are we there yet? We are not there yet.
Well,
it's a process of education, and what is required, we need to invest more in that element there. We need for investment because we don't see.
We're not getting money for do that?
No, that's also. Now the government have to invest and with other partners there. We don't see inside one day, government don't lost 77 million new loans mostly because of ignorance.
Exactly.
Just imagine that you take that 7 no more on tap. You say they put it inside civic education and get people to understand. So somebody will come say, hey, we will come out today, we will demonstrate. No, somebody will say, what's going to demonstrate for me? No, they go do my own thing. You understand? Yeah. But then it's still so much fear. Not to say, then people they come na market na like the one that they say then they demonstrate too. It's because they are afraid when they can't kaput.
The fear.
The fear.
The fear 9 down day.
Yeah.
And the fear and the security for say, for example, I know I'm pulling me out kind of street. Somebody goes stone and posting no day for able.
Yeah.
So before I go inside, that's just
yes, you don't know more.
So it get for do with owner self for build that confidence in people that this not going to happen. And like I said, with the other stakeholders, security people, the police on the street, the traffic wardens and whatever, also give people confidence for come out on the streets.
If we are talking about working in silo. Much as we don't do, even with the police spokesman there, the ONS spokesman there, we will go out there and talk to them. But when police be decide say, then your approach now for go around and show force. They not be asked to consent on that.
And I think that was another problem also.
If they be asked to, we advise on that. Sometimes people don't say something differently. But then the professionals in that area. So then decide say, now that's been good because...
But not some advice because again for do the civic part of it. Because I began the internal affairs minister the day before this incident where I say, Dan itself go make citizens say, but gun there under me I'm not going to say.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That means but the police then said, got the argument. Oh, the last time where August happened, they say we were caught off guard. The people they were sharing, they blame we say, we don't do. So this time around, we not go see don't see the surprise. So it's a catch-22. They may do something, if they not do that, then something happen with the where they don't do it, we say, okay, they overdo them, we still they blame them. So next time, what we think is important is the dialogue.
You're right.
And the sincerity of the political leaders. Because all of this and then they undermine the country and then somebody say, we're not going to allow you for, we'll create all kind of problems and make this country ungovernable. You didn't make your country ungovernable. How you feel say people then go look at you? How you feel say progress will come in your country? Suppose that you been there, the other man say they make ungovernable. Tit for tat. Progress go there.
No.
So that's why the people sharing and go for sit up straight. It's not about your tribe. It's not about your political party. It's not about even your sex or your anything. If this country no move, nobody know the move.
But it's about your country, which comes to the civic part of it.
Yeah.
We then will teach people them from the school say, this is a country, it's Sierra Leone. Because one of the things that also we talk about civic, we are still lacking now for we school picking. There not be some ministers. Some people not be spell the president's name.
No.
Some people not be the minister of education in name. Some people not even sabi the minister of education. So first we be get into a quiz.
Absolutely.
We go make people able to know, then country know. Some people not even sabi certain provinces. You know, the district them, the names them, they don't know. Yeah. So I mean, when I get a lot for do, really.
We get a lot for do, and we have started. They say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the step.
Okay.
We don't say the catch Jem Young approach. We don't go to the school them first, and alongside they go to the communities there and do this. And this is a process of education. Just like maybe they say, man, they go get PhD. It's still they learn new things.
Of course.
So we are not going to make this one look like a sensitization. We don't fly things that will go. We are going to be serious about it. We are going to be deliberate about it, and we are going to go deep and get these things going. Because discussions like this, you understand?
Yeah.
Most we get discussion, and people then really sit down and see this thing here. Then we begin to get an idea and say, okay, there is something new we are learning here. So, but politicians, they no more, then we'll go say, what's in the more, how many people there
exactly.
we go benefit them no more directly, whether it benefit the country or not. So our business as journalists, as lawyers, as judges, would even encourage judicial activism.
Yeah.
Make them go say, make the judge look this kind of lawyer so within there. This lawyer good. You as a citizen, if that judge just see himself as a citizen first, he go make sure say he go interpret that law there.
Justice.
He go dispense justice fairly, without bias.
Exactly.
So
Well,
then thing and they in lacking. These are the things where we feel say citizenship education, where they call civics, where they call civic education, very, very crucial for the development of this country.
right, because civic education will help you back for know your rights and responsibility also.
Absolutely.
You know, because even driving on the road, get for those rights and responsibility.
Absolutely.
Would have to go first. Hey, no, na me. Before you ma Okada. Hey, this Omolanke. So
I spent some time na Togo towards the late part of last year.
yeah.
You know, they not get lights them. But they see the other motocar they come, then they are gonna where the company go, this one go, the first person they reach that place, in go, the other one go. Why is that? Because they respect one another.
Exactly.
Timap na line for buy bread. Small one will come promote you, it cross before you.
Yes.
Big man will come, it means like I said that line, you know, Timap is like, why is that? We are not respecting one another. And that's a key citizenship responsibility. For understand, say, I get right for stretch me nose. Whatever me say, me stretch for good say, his DJB's in nose.
You're right.
So these are some of the things that we're not taken seriously, and they are very crucial.
Exactly.
They are very important for the development of any state.
You're
Go
right.
to America, you go see long lines and they buy McDonald's. Nobody know the cross before you company. Pastor say, okay, you know old pa, come before.
Man, vulnerable people.
Exactly.
You know.
So these are some of the things as citizens then we need to continue for education. Platforms like yours, a very crucial for Moko to continue that level of education.
All right, that's it. With that, I think we don't come to the end of this program. We tell plenty to everybody out there who don't help in this program. Tell plenty to we camera guys them, the guy in the machine, everybody, the guys who fix the mic on we, and you out there, pick the sense out of the nonsense. Like I say sometimes, then discussion says it's not about arguments. It's about you listening and pick some sense out of it. Because one of the things that we don't find that way, me don't find that way, Salon people don't want an argument. You see, if it had been like political parties and they are so guys tell people APC, wow, like yeah, no one. This one defended, this one defended this. And it's high time, even political leaders, them also be responsible in how they're able, I mean, get them vibes sent to people or against other political parties. Then supporters in Golan a lot. So till then, have a good time. Plenty to Kalilu for we talk about the issues that are very important. We hope that the people who they handle these recommendations, they don't go to the chief minister, get to go to the president, we don't say get to go to parliament. Though we know they see the mixed parliament because of the kind of elections who gets, but they hope, say the one that we did, they go think not only for themselves or their political parties, but I believe to them for also think about parties that will not be represented in parliament that themselves they are out there, and any decision they make go get for reach down to the list man. And hope drivers education not done. You can still don't get a license, but the signs on the road are education. The marking on the road, now education. The marking on the streets, they all get their own interpretation. You go see yellow line, you go see white line, you go see double line. These are all education. It's not only for get a license, no, because some people as they don't get a license, no, I don't know. It's about how you use the license and how you use the road will go very important. So till then, have a good time. God bless you. Plenty thanks to everybody out. Executive producer, beg your pardon, Anthony Navu Junior Ambassador. Have a good time and spread the message. Now hot seats they come every 8 o'clock, 8 to 9 instead of 10 o'clock. Till then, have a good time and it repeats on Saturday at 3 p.m. God bless you. Bye-bye.